The world doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about how tired you are. Let me tell you something real. The world doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about how tired you are, how many times you've been betrayed, how often you've been overlooked, underestimated, or pushed to the side. Life, it doesn't hand out mercy for free. But here's the truth. You were never meant to blend in. You were built to stand out. And if you're going to survive in this world, if you're going to win in this world, you better learn how to outsmart it. You better learn how to outsmart it. I'm not talking about, let me tell you something real. The world doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about how tired you are, how many times you've been betrayed, how often you've been overlooked, underestimated, or pushed to the side. Life, it doesn't hand out mercy for free. But here's the truth. You were never meant to blend in. You were...
Turn your phone horizontal. Turn your phone horizontal, people. My phone is horizontal. Turn your phone horizontal. This is a message. This is a message for y'all.
Built to stand out, underestimated, or pushed to the side. Care about your excuses. It doesn't care about how tired you are, how many times you've been betrayed, how often you've been overlooked, underestimated, or pushed to the side. Life, it doesn't hand out mercy for free. But here's the truth. You were never meant to blend in. You were built to stand out. And if you're going to survive in this world, if you're going to win in this world, you better learn how to outsmart it. You better learn how to outsmart it. I'm not talking about manipulation. I'm not talking about being sneaky or cruel. I'm talking about moving different, thinking sharper, living smarter. The kind of wisdom that comes from scars, from nights where you had to cry alone, from days where all you had was hope and a backbone made of steel. You want total dominance? You want to walk in a room and know that no one can play you? Then listen close. Because I'm about to give you 5 rules that will change your life forever. 5 rules that separate the forgotten from the legendary. And if you live by them, you'll never be anybody's fool again. Number 1, control your emotions before they control you. Let me ask you something deep. How many times have you lost something valuable, an opportunity, a relationship, your dignity? Not because of what someone else did, but because of how you reacted.
Talk to me.
Be honest with yourself. You see, emotions, they're powerful, but they can be poison if you don't learn how to manage them. A man who can't control his anger, his fear, his insecurity, he becomes a puppet, not a player. Life tugs at those strings. People tug at those strings. And before he knows it, he's dancing to a tune he never wrote. But the one who has discipline over his emotions, that's a dangerous soul. That's a man who's seen storms but still walks like the sun shines only for him.
Talk to me.
You got to get to a place where you feel everything, but you respond to nothing unless it's on your terms. Control doesn't mean being numb. It means being wise. It means not letting someone's disrespect pull you into chaos. You don't respond to every bark. You are the lion. Lions don't flinch when small dogs bark. You don't defend your worth to people committed to misunderstanding you. You don't let someone else's poison become your mindset. If someone disrespects you, you observe, you calculate, and you respond when you're ready, if it's even worth it. Because when you let your emotions decide your actions, you give your power away. That's what average people do. And you're not average. You're not here to be predictable. You're here to rise, to lead, to dominate without losing your peace. You ever notice how the most dangerous individuals in any room are the calmest? That's not a coincidence. Stillness is a weapon. Composure is control. While others are swinging wild with emotion, throwing punches with no aim, you stand still and you watch, you learn. You strike when the time is right. The loudest one in the room is rarely the most powerful. But the one sitting silently, watching, listening, reading the energy, that's the one you better not ignore. Be that person. People should never know what rattles you. Never let your face reveal your next move. You hear me? That's how you outsmart the manipulators, the critics, the backstabbers. Stay poised. Your silence in the middle of a storm speaks louder than 1,000 words. Emotions are natural, but they were never meant to be your master. Anger, jealousy, fear, those are signals, not steering wheels. And if you let them take the wheel, they'll drive you straight into regret.
Come on.
So what do? You train yourself. You learn to breathe before you speak. You learn to observe before you act. You build your ability to delay reaction until your mind, not your feelings, decides what comes next. You turn emotion into fuel, not fire. You channel your pain into purpose. You channel your disappointment into strategy. And when someone tries to provoke you, you remind yourself, I control this moment. I choose how this ends. That right there, that's where true dominance lives. Let me tell you a secret. Real power is self-control. That's why
That's
so
an
many people don't
airplane
have
out.
it. It takes more strength to stay calm than to lash out. It takes more character to walk away than to start a war you'll regret. Emotional mastery doesn't mean you let people walk over you. It means you're smart enough to know which battles matter and which ones are just noise. Most of what angers you isn't worth your energy. Most of what disappoints you is simply redirection from God or life telling you that wasn't for you. But if you're too caught up in your feelings, you miss the lesson. And when you miss the lesson, you repeat the mistake.
Talk to me.
It's not just about walking away from conflict. It's about walking into purpose with a clear head.
Absolutely.
Because when you're emotionally out of control, your vision is clouded. You can't see opportunities. You can't make good decisions. You'll trust the wrong people, speak out of turn, burn bridges you might have needed later. But when your mind is sharp and your spirit is stable, you're untouchable. You walk through storms like they were sunny days. People throw shade and you grow in it.
Talk to me.
They underestimate you and you let their ignorance become your camouflage. Because emotional discipline, that's how you make power moves in silence. Listen, if someone can push your buttons, they can control your life. If they know how to make you angry, they know how to distract you. If they know what triggers your insecurity, they know how to manipulate your decisions. And if they can manipulate your decisions, then you're not living on your terms, you're dancing to their beat.
Absolutely.
That's not dominance, that's dependence. That's emotional slavery. So you need to start asking yourself, who's really in control here? Is it you or your wounds, your fear, your ego? Get in the driver's seat of your own emotional state. Because you can't lead others. You can't protect what's yours. You can't win this life if you're a prisoner to every mood that comes knocking.
Come on.
I'm not telling you this from a place of perfection.
That's
I'm
right.
telling you this from experience.
Yes.
You're going to feel like reacting. You're going to want to fight, to scream, to prove yourself. But the higher you rise, the more pressure you'll face. The more nonsense will try to pull you in. That's why you've got to develop a mind that's stronger than your emotions. You've got to sit with discomfort
Come on.
and not let it break you. You've got to let go of the need to be understood, validated, praised.
Yes.
Sometimes you'll have to walk away in silence even though your pride wants to roar. Sometimes you'll have to be the bigger person when everything in you wants to burn it all down.
Come on.
That's what warriors do. And you, my friend, you're built for war. But the battlefield is your mind. So if you want to outsmart anyone, you start by outsmarting yourself. Outsmart your own anger, outsmart your own ego, outsmart that little voice inside you that wants revenge instead of victory. Your legacy will not be built by how loud you roared, but by how well you ruled over yourself.
Yes.
So control your emotions and never let them control you. That's not just the first rule to total dominance. It's the foundation that every other rule is built on. Get this right, and the world will never play you again. Number 2, learn everything, speak little. Let me tell you something most people never understand until it's too late. You don't win power by talking. You win power by knowing. There's something sacred about silence. Something heavy. Something dominant. In a world where everyone is trying to prove something, trying to impress, trying to be seen, the one who says the least often holds the most weight. The world respects wisdom. And wisdom doesn't shout, it whispers. When you walk into a room and speak only when necessary, people lean in, they listen. Because when you speak little, everything you say carries more impact. But before you open your mouth, you better make sure you know what you're talking about.
That's
You've got
right.
to learn everything.
That's right.
Watch the patterns. Read the people. Study the game. And then say less. Because the one who knows the most and says the least, that's the one who wins. You see, every time you speak unnecessarily, you give away something. Your thoughts, your fears, your strategy, your weakness. People will study your words, pick them apart, use them against you. But if you master the art of holding your tongue, of only speaking when your words are sharp and clear, you remain untouchable. You confuse your enemies, you intrigue your allies, and you guard your peace.
That's
it's not
right.
about being mysterious, it's about being intentional. It's about being dangerous in your silence. Because people can't manipulate what they don't understand. They can't block moves they don't see coming. And they can't control someone whose mind they can't read. Learn to make your silence louder than their noise. Look, life is a classroom. And every person, every room, every failure is a teacher. But if you're too busy talking, you'll never learn. If you're too eager to be heard, you'll miss the lessons being whispered around you. The smartest people in the room are always listening. They're not trying to impress you. They're trying to assess you. They're watching your tone, your word choices, your energy. They're picking up details, patterns, gaps in your logic. And when they speak, they don't waste breath. Their words are precise, measured, and powerful.
Absolutely.
That's what you need to be. Stop trying to be the loudest. Be the most aware.
That's
Learn
right.
to absorb information like a sponge. Be the one who sits back and collects knowledge until the time's right to make a move. And when you do, it's surgical, precise, unforgettable. You want to outsmart anyone? Then you need to know more than they think you do and speak less than they expect. That's how you move in silence.
Genetics, 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 genetics. The sun, genetics, and our children, genetics, and our son. Yes.
Strike and strength. Let them underestimate you. Let them assume you're quiet because you don't know. Let them get comfortable. That's where your power begins. In a world addicted to noise, silence is a superpower. But that silence must be backed by deep learning. You've got to read books they're not reading, ask questions they're not asking, watch things they're not paying attention to, be obsessed with understanding people, systems, psychology, money, war, peace, success, failure.
Yes.
Knowledge is your armor, your weapon, your compass. But the more you know, the less you need to speak.
Absolutely.
Because your confidence grows in clarity, not in volume. You ever notice how the most dangerous moves are the ones you never see coming? That's because the people who make them don't talk about them. They learn, they plan, they execute in silence. While others boast about plans they never finish, the smart ones are already 10 steps ahead. Don't be the person who tells everyone what you're working on. Be the person who shows them when it's done. Don't announce your goals. Announce your results. Don't explain your mindset, live it. The loud ones need validation. The wise ones already know their worth. When you learn everything and speak little, you preserve your mental energy for what truly matters. Strategy, discipline, execution. That's what sets you apart. Understand this. Every word you speak has a cost. It costs time, energy, and sometimes opportunity. It costs you leverage. The more people know about you, the more they can use against you. The less you say, the harder it is for people to get inside your mind. You have to protect your thoughts like you protect your home. You don't leave your door wide open for anyone to walk in.
That's right.
Right? Then why do you leave your plans, your dreams, your intentions out there for the world to dissect and distort? Learn to guard your inner world. Speak when your words have purpose. Speak when they carry weight. And when you do speak, let it be with clarity, calmness, and confidence. That's how leaders talk. That's how kings and queens move. Most people think talking is power. But talking is only power when it's backed by knowledge, by discipline, by presence. Without that, it's just noise.
Exactly.
And noise fades fast. You want to dominate in this life? Learn everything, speak little, be so knowledgeable that your silence intimidates. Be so precise that your few words cut deeper than others' paragraphs. Be so mentally sharp that people come to you for guidance, not gossip. And most importantly, don't let the noise of the world rush you into revealing yourself. Patience is part of strategy. Learning is part of winning. Every second you spend listening instead of talking is a second you grow stronger, smarter, and more prepared. While they're talking, you're transforming. So when you walk into a room, carry yourself like someone who knows more than they say. Don't be in a rush to prove yourself. Don't be desperate to be understood. The world may not see your worth right away. And that's okay. Because when you finally speak, your words will shake the ground beneath them. When you finally move, your actions will leave a legacy. Keep learning, keep sharpening your mind. Speak less, listen more. Because in the end, the quiet student becomes the master. The silent one becomes the storm. And the one who learns everything while speaking little, that's the one nobody sees coming until it's already too late. Number 3, move with precision, not permission. There comes a time in your life when you realize that waiting for someone to validate you is the very thing holding you back. You keep hoping someone will see your worth, open a door, give you a chance, but the truth is, no one's coming to give you permission to rise. You've got to take it. You've got to move like it's already yours. Like the opportunity has already been signed, sealed, and delivered. You see, power doesn't belong to the hesitant. Power doesn't belong to the one always looking around for a nod of approval. It belongs to the one who studies the path, sharpens the blade, and steps forward with intention. Precision over permission. That's the mindset of those who dominate. You don't ask the world if it's okay to be great. You show the world what greatness looks like. You were not born to beg. You were not designed to wait at the back of the line until somebody waves you forward. When you operate with precision, you don't chase, you choose. You move with purpose, not panic. You don't wait for someone to say go because you already decided this race belongs to you. Think about it. How many people never start the journey? Because they're still hoping someone tells them they're ready. The ones who win, they prepare in silence. They study the map. They build in the dark. And when they show up, they're not asking to enter. They're taking their seat at the table.
I know that's right.
The world steps aside for the one who knows where they're going. You've got to treat your life like a mission. And missions aren't up for debate. When a pilot takes off, they don't ask the passengers if it's okay to fly. They follow a precise path, a focused plan, and they lift off with confidence. That's how you've got to move in your life. No more hesitation. No more self-doubt. No more asking if you're good enough. Start walking like the ground is already yours. Start speaking like your voice has value. Start deciding like your vision deserves to live, because when you wait for permission, you give your power away. And once power is handed over, it's hard to get it back. But when you move with precision, you keep control in your hands. You lead. You don't follow. You command. You don't request. Let me be clear. Precision is not about being impulsive. It's not about rushing. It's about thinking with clarity, moving with confidence, and executing with excellence.
I value my people. I appreciate you all. Anybody that still got their phone vertical, I told you to turn your phone horizontal. I appreciate you. Have an amazing, supreme, cosmic rest of your day.